How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. With the 2019-20 NBA season about 3 months away, this has been one of the wildest free agencies in recent times, with many superstars on different teams changing the landscape of the entire NBA, where it will be more balanced and competitive. Nobody knows for sure which team will be number one. Before the start of next season, let's take a look at 10 of the best duels right now. Before we start, this video is sponsored by Amino, another unique platform where I get to continue sharing my passion and bring my NBA knowledge to each and every one of you. If you guys didn't already know, I partnered with Amino, the app that allows you to join which type of community you're interested in engaging with on your passions, with the app now introducing a new story feature with new NBA related content. Other YouTubers like Dom2K is also one of the Amino's content creators. Unlike other social media platforms, these stories don't disappear. You can always rewatch them whenever you like. I recently uploaded my second video on 5 free agent decisions that makes no sense. Unlike YouTube, these videos are only about a minute long, where I will put out some NBA trivia to test your knowledge, an easy way to interact with me, have discussions about the game, along with many other intriguing topics with NBA history, future NBA rankings, and debates. Once you download the app, you can find me under user, typing in Wilson Sai. Give me a follow. The link is also in the description below. You guys will absolutely enjoy it. Now back to the video. Number 10, Kristaps, Porzingis, Luka, Doncic. KP will be returning back from a devastating knee injury he suffered way back in February 2018. Was an all-star his third season, looked like a franchise player before fatigue hit, was playing at a high MVP level in the first month of the 2017-18 regular season, looked like the breakout player before being forced to take the heavy load for the struggling Knicks. Now he'll have sensational second-year phenom in Doncic, taking a lot of the load off KP's shoulder with his playmaking ability. The offense will clearly be run by Luka, involving everybody. Will find Porzingis for comfortable post position or play pick and pop, with KP being a deadly three-point shooter. The 7'3" power forward's averages of 22.7 points on 44% shooting with the Knicks in 32.5 minutes a game will easily translate for easier opportunities. Playing similar minutes with the Mavs will be way more efficient because they will be playing their first season together. I only ranked the duo at number 10 so far. If they prove to mesh well, they definitely be higher on my list in the later months to come. Having the two best European players come out over the last 5 seasons, a 7'3" unicorn with a 6'7" point forward will increase recognition around the league. The two will likely go down as the greatest international duels in NBA history. Don't be shocked if Dallas sneaks into the postseason. Number 9, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Both now max contract players, Murray has proven to be a huge asset late in games, showing what he's capable of in the postseason after earning a 5-year worth $170 million deal. Still only 22 years old, entering his 4th season, coming off averages of over 18 points, 4 rebounds, nearly 5 assists. He elevated his game in the playoffs, putting up over 21 a game. Each time head coach Mike Malone challenged Murray, he responds. The team's only going to get better after finishing 54 and 28 a season ago. Murray will continue being the go-to guy down the stretch, but Jokic is the focal point of the team, where the Serbian native will already go down as one of the best passing centers the game has ever seen. After averages of 20 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, the pick and roll style with Murray is virtually unstoppable, and Joker's very reliable on making plays from anywhere on the court, can kick out to the perimeter, pass it to Millsap on the elbow, having eyes on the back of his head. The Nuggets chemistry is already one of the best in the NBA. It will depend on health and experience amongst the players. The 7-footers arguably a top 10 player in the NBA right now, will be a high MVP candidate. I won't be surprised if he wins the award next season. I see the Nuggets being a top 2 seed in the Western Conference for the 2nd straight season. Number 8, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, who played together for 2 full seasons now, where the Sixers franchise starts with Embiid, a proven superstar with averages of nearly 28 and 14 a season ago. Simmons puts up around 17, 9, and 8, gets all his teammates involved. Although the two are not the perfect fit, since Simmons can't shoot and Embiid's not great from the outside, their lack of spacing offensively with both men on the floor can be difficult at times, but defensively, they're long, very athletic, and a nightmare for opposing teams. Either one of them can easily get a double-double on any given night, becoming the first duo with 40 double-doubles each of the last 30 seasons. Embiid, when healthy, is a top 8 player in the league, the most unstoppable center in today's game. Shaq compares the two to himself and Penny, back with the Magic in the 90s. East, where Simmons will still have to improve a ton with his outside game non-existent. If they want to reach another level in order for the process to work, Embiid's got to stay healthy. Simmons needs to be more consistent and more confident with his stroke and not be passive. And with Joel over 7 feet and Simmons being 6'10", Philly has one of the biggest lineups in the entire NBA. Anything short of a finals appearance will be considered a disappointment in 2020. Number 7, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. One of the most exciting backcourts in the league. Both have been starting together each of the last 4 seasons. Their own version of the Splash Brothers. Both have very similar game, can create their own shot anytime they want, have amazing jumpers, and all the tools to finish around the rim, each averaging over 20 a game the last 4 seasons. When one of them has a bad game, it's almost unnoticeable when the other one is dominating and carrying the team to victory. While Lillard is a superstar in the league, absolutely proving why he belongs in the elite point guard discussion, is as clutch and dangerous as anybody in the league, absolutely cold-blooded, putting up between 25 to 27 points a game each of the last 4 years, even making all NBA first team in 2018. I expect Portland to continue winning 50 games as long as the two are healthy. Number 6, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Khris Middleton. Milwaukee pretty much got most of their roster back, had to let Malcolm Brogdon walk, but signed Wesley Matthews to a vet minimum, a big help off the bench, while Giannis is now a top 5 player in the league, still only 24 years old, coming off winning his first MVP, putting up nearly 28, 13, and 6 in the regular season as an elite defender, is the focal point of the team, a true leader, and will likely go down as the best player in the 2020s decade. But because of his lack of shooting, Middleton will have to step up in key moments, knock down timely jumpers where he's more than capable of. Also another excellent two-way player, coming off averaging 18, 6, and 4 as a first-time All-Star, will be entering the first year of his $178 million max contract. The soon-to-be 28-year-old will look to make an All-NBA team for the first time in his career next season. Number 5, Chris Paul and James Harden. CP3 is a declining asset in the NBA, with many negative headlines surrounding the relationship between him and Harden. There's many reports the Rockets are looking to shop Chris Paul, but given his insane contract, no team wants him, especially missing over 20 games each of the past 3 seasons, coming off averaging a career low in points and field goal percentage. Some nights, he's a non-factor. While everybody watches James Harden dribble for 20 seconds, continue to jack up shots, playing iso ball, Harden will continue putting up crazy numbers and once again be a high-level MVP candidate. Even with the team's dysfunction, they're still good enough to win 50+ games and contend in the postseason. While CP3 is no longer a top 20 player in the game, Harden's still one of the best. Number 4, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. Where Klay will likely be out till February, recovering from his knee injury, it will be Curry and D'Angelo Russell taking most of the scoring load for the first half of the season. The team will likely trade Russell after Klay comes back, where the Splash Brothers have been arguably the best backcourt over the last 5 years. Both have a case for being 2 of the best shooters in NBA history. Game 6 against Houston was the perfect example of how effective the two can be. Nail clutch shots after clutch shots from time to time in the postseason, each and every year, having excellent chemistry. I won't be surprised if Golden State makes a deep run come playoff time, while everybody already seems to be sleeping on them next season. Given the offensive brilliance of Steph, who averaged over 25 a game since the 2016 season, will likely put up between 28 to 31 points a game in the first half of the season since the team will be short-handed. Number 3, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. With KD likely to miss the entire 2019-20 season, he'll be 32 years old when he's back fully healthy. While Irving will turn 28 in March, they're 2 of the best closers in the game, as clutch as anybody, and when they're both hot, they're virtually unstoppable. Durant's too good of a player not to work well with any other star. Him and Russell Westbrook was an excellent duo, even with their differences in OKC. KD and Steph were unstoppable when both were in the zone in Golden State. Because Kyrie's also one of the best shooters and both command heavy double teams, they will take turns getting easy opportunities, dominating their opponents. But if Durant somehow returns back by mid-April and be able to play in the postseason, the whole league will be fearful of Brooklyn. But even if he's not the same KD after the injury, it doesn't change the fact that he's close to 7 feet tall, has one of the purest jumpers we ever seen, and can get his own shot over anybody. Despite perhaps losing some quickness, he'll easily average over 24 points in his sleep. I predict a 2021 championship for the Brooklyn Nets. Number 2, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, who will be two of the best defensive duos in the entire NBA. The two best two-way players in the league will be able to slow down opponents and get many easy transition baskets. Both averaged over 26.5 points last regular season. PG was at the height of his powers, putting up 28 a game, 8 rebounds, made All-NBA first team. While Kawhi Leonard elevated his play in the postseason, putting up over 30 points a game, he'll likely miss games due to low management in the regular season. But come playoff time, Kawhi will prove once again why he's the best player in the NBA. Both are under 30 years old in the prime of their careers. George is a top 10 player, Kawhi's the best player, will be the closest thing we've seen to Jordan and Pippen. The Clippers on paper have the best overall team, where both of them don't care about stats and numbers. Both being very versatile and long, can cover anybody from 1 through 4, committed to winning at all costs. Come playoff time, I might rank them the best duo. But for number 1, I still gotta go with LeBron James and Anthony Davis for now. LeBron's still a top 5 player in the game. Anthony Davis is number 7 to me, and they're the most talented duo on paper. Both average over 28 a game multiple times in their careers. AD has elite athleticism and versatility, will drive in the pick and roll, whether it's knocking down the open jumper or rolling to the basket, playing above the rim. Even Rajon Rondo will be able to throw easy lobs for AD. And with James starting the season playing the point guard position, his numbers will look damn good. And because he's also an elite playmaker, him and AD will appear on more highlights than PG and Kawhi, who are both not great passers. If James is able to play defense in critical moments when he needs to, I have him and AD slightly over Kawhi and PG, but the Clippers are easily the better team since they have a way better bench, better role players, better coach, and being drama free. Since KD will likely not play this coming season and Klay will be hurt, two of my most honorable mentions includes Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics, where I can see JT make a jump and put up 22 a game. Also Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz, where both were arguably snubbed as all-stars last season. Mitchell's a high volume scorer and not as much of a playmaker, where Gobert's the best defensive center in the league. And unless Russell Westbrook gets traded to the Miami Heat, him and Jimmy Butler will also be a top 10 duo right behind Simmons and Embiid. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love all of you. See you next time.